Hey guys, welcome to I'm Just a Fan. It's your host Ben, and today we're going to be talking about the most recent injury for Arsenal with Martin Ødegaard, and just kind of talking about how this is going to impact the team going forward, and how this is going to impact the team with their most recent fixture coming up in the North London derby against Spurs. So a lot to talk about in this one today. I just wanted to say before we start the video, if you guys could give this video a like. If you like sports content, feel free to subscribe. And if you have any thoughts during this video that are either any sport related or related to what we're talking about today, just drop them down below in the comments. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say, and I'd love to build a community and have this conversation. So yeah, feel free to do any of that. Again, it's just a suggestion. I'm not going to force you guys to do anything. So a couple days ago, again, players have been on international break. Norway was playing their game. I forget who they were even playing against. Middle of the match, Ødegaard got hit on a tough tackle that ended up really hurting his ankle, and now he is hurt for an extended period of time. He today flew to London as of at least 13 hours ago. I'm looking at now. Yeah, Ødegaard on crutches returning to Arsenal and is to be assessed by the staff. So he's at least in London right now. But I'm just very concerned about, number one, going into the North London derby, and then also just for how we're going to fare this season. Again, I don't know how long he's going to be hurt, but it's the North London derby. Then we have, I think, Milan away as well. And then we have City away. There is no time to really, put your head down. The guys are going to have to show up, and that's just really what has me a little bit worried, because I feel like this could have a huge butterfly effect that could lead to the team potentially struggling. But also, I think this serves as a really good opportunity to see, okay, how much does this team have? How much grit does this team have? And yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's a very interesting topic to talk about, but obviously also extremely unfortunate, because again, I don't want to be talking about injuries. It's never what I want to do, regardless of if it's a rival's team, my team, anything. I don't want to be talking about that, but obviously we are here, and that's what we have to discuss today. So it's just tough. It's just tough. Looking into the weekend against Spurs, we are going to have to really change some stuff up lineup wise, just because, again, you're down Marino, you're down now Rice just for this game, but still you're down Rice, and you're now down Ødegaard as well. So there is a lot to be concerned about going into this game, specifically in that midfield region, just because Arteta's going to have to get creative with some of these formations this upcoming weekend. And I wouldn't say Spurs have a terrible midfield. I wouldn't say they have, the greatest either, but it's still obviously enough of a threat. And I think if there are some weak links in this Arsenal 11 on Sunday, I think those could be exploited. So we're really going to have to monitor this. And it just sucks, because I really wanted to see, obviously I wanted to see us all healthy, but it sucks just because, again, you were down Marino already. And then obviously now Rice got hit with that shitty red card. And now you're down Ødegaard too, so it just makes things really, really tough heading into Sunday. And after doing some research, because I wanted to look into it first before discussing it, Calafiori is now down as well with a free calf injury. I'm not really seeing much right now on how long he could potentially be out. From what I was seeing, it says he needs to be evaluated. They said, of course, there's a decent chance that he could recover, but he's going to... he missed Italy's next match that he was supposed to do. And then, obviously, I don't think he's going to be ready for this game for Arsenal. I hope he's there, but I don't know. We'll have to see. Calf injuries are really weird because they're kind of hard to heal compared to other ones. So, we just have to see, but it just sucks. I mean, you're down again another player, and now that's not even midfield related. That's more with your fullbacks. So, and that's, again, that's tough, because now a lot more pressure is on Timber. This is now only going to be Timber's fourth game starting for us. This is, a lot of responsibility on him specifically. I'm not saying I don't think he can handle the challenge, but this is a really big spot that he's now in. We're going to need Zinchenko to step up, but again, defensively, I don't know if he's going to be able to do that. They have the young kid coming up as well. Let me get his name up here. Yeah, I always butcher this guy's name. Ethan Namwani. I don't know. I'm just gonna call him Ethan. I don't know how to say his last name. I will try to get it down at some point. Um, I've been hearing a lot of good stuff about this guy for the last 2 years. Apparently, he is very good, and he was already expected to get into the Arsenal. No, well, not starting 11, but he was supposed to be a pivotal player at some point throughout the season. We're going to see it this weekend, so I don't know. I'm thinking midfield wise, you're going to have to start Partey, obviously. Thank God he's fit. You're probably starting Ethan now. And my big question for anyone watching this is, do they start Jorginho? It's not that I think Jorginho wouldn't be good in the lineup. It's more I'm worried about the speed. Spurs have a lot of speed in that midfield, and I think that could be a huge factor because, as we've seen with the last year's game versus Spurs, Jorginho was one of the clear weak links. I love Jorginho. He's a great player, smart player. But again, he's getting older, and there are times where his current body is somewhat of a liability. So I just am a little worried about this. I'm worried, do they play Havertz in the midfield like they kind of did a little bit in the beginning of last season, and then start Jesus at striker because he at least is going to start, or excuse me, he's at least healthy now as well. Thank God. I don't know. There's just so much stuff to consider going into this game, and it's such a big game because you've now dropped points again. Not like it's the biggest thing in the world, but at the same time, we saw how slowly compounding small losses or small draws last year was the difference in us losing the title by 2 points. So it's just I don't want to lose. Again, I never want to lose, but losing to Spurs would suck. Getting a draw against Spurs would suck. And just dropping points in general, it would suck because we should really have Rice out there, but we're not, and there's nothing we can do about it. So I'm just a little worried. I'm not going to lie. I can't say I'm not worried going into this game. And I just wanted to know what you guys were thinking as well about this whole situation because it's really unfortunate with all the timing. And my last thing I really wanted to talk about was, where does some of the responsibility of this come on Edu and Arteta? And I'm a big Arteta guy. Anyone that knows me in person knows how much I love Arteta. But selling ESR, selling Vieira, selling Reece Nelson, you're down some guys now that can really make an impact, specifically Vieira and ESR in that midfield. Now, Vieira got hurt before he was supposed to make his debut at Porto, which, again, is just very unfortunate. But he's not even an option, not that he was anyways. Again, ESR could have maybe played that Ødegaard role for a little bit, but again, that's not an option. And it's just got me a little worried because they only have, I think, now 22 players on this entire team, or like the starting team. Or not, excuse me, the starting team, but like the starting squad. I just think that is potentially going to bite them in the ass like we're seeing right now. I'm expecting a big window from this team. We just got to see how the season develops. But regardless of what happens, they're going to need to address depth because this team is lacking it right now, and it's really kicking them in the ass. So it's just worrying. Just worrying. It's hard not to be a little worried about what's going to happen on Sunday. But again, I'm going to stay hopeful. I'm praying the boys show up, give us a great performance, hopefully a good 3 points. I will take one over none, but hopefully let's get 3. Come on, you Gunners. Let's get a freaking win against Spurs. And let me know what you think down in the comments because this is just such an unfortunate situation. It was not the news I was expecting to be talking about heading into the North London derby. So yeah, I appreciate everyone that watched this video. It really means a lot to me. Again, if you liked the video, give it a like. If there's anything you wanted to say, drop the comments down below. And if you like my content, feel free to subscribe. I do a lot of NFL, NBA, Premier League, overall international football as well, all that type of stuff. A little bit of baseball here and there. Mostly sports. I just don't cover hockey, but just wanted to put that out there for anyone. And like I said, I really appreciate whoever watches this video. Thank you so much. And I will be talking to you guys soon. And let's go Arsenal. Oh boy.